There has been mixed reaction over Attorney General Eric Holder's decision to bring the 9/11 suspects to New York City to stand trial, especially from the family members of those victims. Let's ask three of them what they think this morning. Charles Wolf lost his wife on 9/11. Jim Riches is a retired firefighter who lost his son Jimmy, who was also a member of the FDNY. And Deborah Burlingame lost her brother, who was a pilot of the hijacked plane that crashed into the Pentagon. Good morning to all three of you, and I just want to say my heartfelt condolences to all three of you for your loss on 9/11. And thank you so much for getting up early and coming to share your thoughts on this topic. Deborah, you've been so outspoken since 9/11 on a wide range of issues. And I know this particular issue, I heard you when the announcement came Friday. This just hits you at the core.
It does. And, you know, we saw it coming. We feared that this would be the decision, but it still, it hurt badly because I've come to know some 9/11 family members. I know how their loved ones died. I talked to a man last night, heart-wrenching. He was in the towers. His wife was badly, badly burned. He said, I watched my fellow co-workers burn to death. They were burned to death, or they were crushed. They were torn to pieces. And this feels like we're being attacked again by bringing this man here who will exult in what he did just a few blocks away from where we suffered so.
Jim, you're a retired firefighter. So many firefighters and police officers lost their lives during 9/11. Your son was one of them. But you feel that in a certain way this could be a good thing because finally Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and his accomplices will be brought to justice, right?
Yeah, you know, I was down there. Nobody wants to see them acquitted, you know, put to sentence than I do. And I was down there picking up the body parts, and I picked up my son's body. And it's, you know, gut-wrenching. I went down to Guantanamo. They were asking for cushions on their seats. They were asking for... So the military trials are not what they're burnt up to be. I mean, federal courts have a proven track record of getting convictions, and they're not without hurting national security or secrets. And Obama sat with us, all of us. And he doesn't like the military commission. So if we're going to go this way, let's move it on. Let's get this ball rolling. And I want accountability because it's 8 years later, and we've had no accountability for anything.
Right. Although in 2006, Obama, when he was a senator, did say that he believed that the military tribunal would be a better course of action than a criminal court. But Charles, let me turn to this topic for you, because I remember when Khalid Sheikh Mohammed was going through the process of a trial just last year down at Gitmo. And suddenly that was suspended because?
Because President Obama suspended it. He issued an executive order stopping everything, reviewing everything. He wanted to get as far away from anything that the Bush administration had done so he could put his stamp on it and put his brand on it and move forward in that direction.
What is your greatest fear about bringing these alleged terrorists to New York City to be tried in a criminal court?
There are many issues, but the primary one that I think that everyone in this country needs to be afraid of is the fact that you're putting an act of war into a criminal court. We have had military tribunals, which are constitutional, which have been approved by Congress and sanctioned by the courts. We have had them since the Revolutionary War. Did we try anybody from World War II in a civil court? No. We're heading down the very same path that the Clinton administration headed down when they tried the blind sheikh who planned the 1993 bombing of the World Trade Center. This is the wrong way to go. You're sending the message to everybody this is not war, that this is a criminal act. This is way beyond a criminal act. Al-Qaeda wants to take our government down. The two airplanes that did not hit the World Trade Center were aimed at the White House and at the Capitol building. And so that we are at war.
And I know we have so much to say on this topic. We will continue this conversation right after the break.